Affinity Designer versus Sketch. Two giants shaking up digital design in 2025. Which one really delivers? On the left, Affinity Designer, the one-time purchase powerhouse for every platform. On the right, Sketch, the creator's choice for UI/UX magic on macOS. Let's skip the buzzwords and dive straight into what actually matters. We'll score each category so you can see who truly comes out on top. And trust me, the winner might just surprise you. So here's our game plan. We've got a mind map showing the categories we're going to dive into: pricing model, platform support, feature set, UI/UX and prototyping, collaboration, community and ecosystem, and of course, overall flexibility. That's our roadmap. Let's get rolling. First up, pricing model. Okay, starting with Affinity Designer. The big thing, and you know what? I love this. It's a one-time payment. You literally pay once, starting at just under $24, and that's it. No subscriptions, no monthly reminders. There are paid upgrades, which, to be fair, you'll hit when they drop major new versions, but for the most part, you buy it and it's yours. Super refreshing, right? Now, switching over to Sketch, you get a free trial for 30 days, which is nice to test things out. But after that, we're talking a monthly subscription, $10 a month. Continuous updates included, sure, but the longer you use it, the more the cost just keeps climbing. Honestly, wallet-wise, Affinity Designer takes this round. Pretty clear win. Let's talk platform support. Affinity Designer? Oh, and here's something cool. It's on Windows, macOS, iPadOS. So whether you swap between laptop, tablet, or desktop, it's got your back. You can just jump in and work. The only real miss? No web version. So if you're trying to design directly in a browser, not happening here. Now for Sketch, it's basically tuned to perfection for macOS. Like, it feels right at home on the Mac. And heck, you can even preview on your iPhone. But here's the thing. It's exclusive. No Windows, no iPad support. So unless your whole team is Mac-based, that's a roadblock. So this one's a win for Affinity Designer again. On to feature set. Affinity Designer packs both vector and raster editing in one neat package, which, honestly, why don't more apps do this? You get the export persona, helpful for advanced export workflows, and mirrored artboards for super fast mockups. Not every prototyping feature, but the range is impressive. Now, Sketch is legendary for symbols and shared styles. Like, seriously, everyone borrowed their idea. Its grid and artboard system is top tier and tailored for UI and UX workflows. One thing though, it's mainly vector only. So you've got to use plugins or other apps for raster stuff. Overall, while Sketch is strong, especially for UI/UX, Affinity Designer edges forward for feature diversity. Quick fun fact while we're on this, did you know Affinity Designer ditches subscriptions completely? Meanwhile, Sketch basically reinvented how we use symbols in UI design. Wild, right? All right, shifting to UI/UX and prototyping. Affinity Designer's got support for multiple artboards, grids, so it's not bad for web or app layouts, but you can kind of feel it's not built solely for UI/UX. That's like its side hustle, you know? Sketch, on the other hand, is basically synonymous with UI/UX. Symbols, components, they make building design libraries a breeze. And with built-in prototyping and handoff, it keeps your workflow super streamlined. If your jam is UI design, Sketch is where it shines. So Sketch wins this round, hands down. Next, collaboration. Affinity Designer keeps it pretty simple. Files work across all your devices, and you can export and share easily. But there's a catch. No native multiplayer editing, no cloud docs, none of that real-time magic. For Sketch, though, it's cloud-focused, with real-time editing, versioning, the whole 9 yards. Plus, developer handoff is easy peasy. The only hiccup is if someone on your team isn't on a Mac, collaboration gets tricky. But still, Sketch wipes the floor here when it comes to teamwork. Now, community and ecosystem. So Affinity Designer is growing. There's a pretty active forum, and their templates and assets library is getting beefier. But let's be real, the plugin ecosystem is still trying to catch up. Sketch, that's a different vibe altogether. Huge plugin marketplace, tons of templates, learning resources, documentation. It's like every third-party dev is making something for Sketch. Some plugins do cost extra, but the sheer volume of resources makes it a fan favorite. Sketch is the clear pick for community and ecosystem. Finally, overall flexibility. Affinity Designer? This is where it flexes. Branding, illustration, print, web, you name it. Workflows are flexible, and if you pivot projects often, it's super adaptable. You might need to export to another app for advanced prototyping, but that's an easy fix. Flip side, Sketch is laser-focused on digital UI web design. If you never leave the bounds of interface work, that's beautiful. But if you ever want to branch out, say, do print graphics or illustrations, it's not going to deliver. So for flexibility, Affinity Designer is the winner. If we charted both apps side by side, you'd see Affinity Designer dominating in pricing, platform, feature set, and flexibility. But Sketch, oh man, it owns UI prototyping, collaboration, and that glorious ecosystem. So here's my take. If your projects range from branding to illustration to web, especially across different platforms, Affinity Designer's one-time cost and flexibility make it hard to beat. But if you're all about crafting UI, UX on a Mac and need team tools and plugins galore, Sketch is a powerhouse. It all comes down to your design workflow. Not sure which one vibes with you? Go hands-on, compare, then buy smarter. And hey, follow this channel for more creative tool breakdowns so you never get stuck with the wrong app.